Coming up on this edition of Southwest TV News. This sod turning at the corner of Herbert Street and 2nd Avenue Northeast in Swift Current marks the official start of construction of the much-anticipated Southwest Youth Emergency Shelter. July 1st marked the 70th anniversary of Swift Current Health Region No. 1. The Senior Center has been a staple in downtown Swift Current since 1974. Now, in recent years, membership has declined, and the center finds itself in a financial bind. The 78th Annual Frontier Days was another success in Swift Current, spanning 4 days and offering a range of entertainment and attractions for all ages. Thanks for joining us here today. Following several years of fundraising, the sod has finally been turned for a new youth shelter here in Swift Current. We have more in today's top story. This sod turning at the corner of Herbert Street and 2nd Avenue Northeast in Swift Current marks the official start of construction of the much-anticipated Southwest Youth Emergency Shelter. With community supporters and local contractors in attendance, Southwest Yes Board Chair Bob Hale and lead contractor Tom Westbury welcomed the realization of a project all had worked towards for a number of years.
Well, we're really excited. There have been a lot of really good days along this process. We've had some great days, and today is one of those great days. We've started started a scoopful of digging, and very excited about that. We have a great group of people around. When you look around the people who are here, there are so many well-known builders, construction people from our community, and they're all ready to go. It's such a great community, and they're just they're ready right now.
The 8-bedroom shelter will welcome youth from Swift Current and the Southwest who need a temporary home, and will be named Dory's House, in honor of Tom Westbury's late mother, who is well known in the community to many.
It's just an honor to have that, and what a legacy to leave Mom. Just overwhelming for us Westbury family. To have a safe place for kids to go, that's what's going to mean the most to her.
A project which has become a reality through a variety of community support, which includes labor and supplies donated by various contractors and other businesses. $50,000 from the City of Swift Current to secure the residential lot, and $5,000 from the neighboring RM of Swift Current.
We're part of the community that we would just help in that way and see this facility go ahead, just nice to see.
A much-needed facility for Swift Current in the Southwest, which students from the Swift Current Comprehensive High School brought to light over the past number of years through the 5 Days for Change. Sean Whisker is a former student of the comp and was one of the lead organizers to shine the spotlight on youth homelessness, and is glad to see the shelter finally moving forward.
Seeing that this is happening and finally we have the proof, we have a hole in the ground, and that the shelter is going to be up sometime in October, this is a huge moment for our community, and it's really a testament to the work that we did as a community. It was started off by the youth, but really the whole community has got on board, and everyone in this community really supports this project.
Construction of the new Southwest Youth Emergency Shelter is expected to transpire quickly, with a basement in place in the next week, the exterior completed by the end of July, and the interior finished by late October. And if all goes according to plan, the doors to the new shelter will be open by the end of the year. Another exciting season of Market Square returns to downtown Swift Current, featuring live entertainment, fresh garden produce, crafts, and other unique vendors. Market Square, every Saturday at the corner of Central and Chaplin. Proudly presented by the City of Swift Current and Standard Motors, along with Innovation Credit Union and Southwest TV News. Universal Healthcare originally started here in the Southwest, and its 70th anniversary was recently marked here in Swift Current. Every time you visit your doctor's office, receive services in an emergency room, or stay in a hospital anywhere in Canada, services are free of charge. Medical fees, which are covered by Universal Healthcare, a system with its roots tied to Southwest Saskatchewan. July 1st marked the 70th anniversary of Swift Current Health Region Number 1, and a special presentation took place at the Cypress Regional Hospital to mark the occasion. Rob Nesbitt of Success presented the Cypress Health Region with a photo of the 10 original founding board members of Health Region Number 1. Nesbitt says his curiosity for his own family history spurred him to collect the photos of the original health board members of Swift Current, who rallied for universal health care and wanted to share this important part of medical history with others.
I was at a meeting to make this announcement that this is what I was doing, and immediately one guy from the local area said, "I didn't know that. You go to the hospital or you go to the doctor and it's all done for free." And so another thing I would like to see now is go back to where they were before. At the end of the year, you received a notification on your behalf, X numbers of dollars were spent. And people might learn to appreciate what we have and what taxes go to pay for.
On hand for the presentation were several family members of the founding fathers of Medicare, who were both surprised and proud of the accomplishments of these board members.
Oh, just very glad that things worked out the way they did. Did a lot of work and spent a lot of time at it. And one of his secretaries was Pat Kammer, and they wrote out a little thing in the Maclean's magazine there about, and she had said that my dad spent the health region money the same as if he would have spent his own, which he was really tight with.
Really proud. Universal Medicare has always been something that our family has been really proud of and really believed in, so it's really neat to be here today and to know that our family was part of that.
I grew up in Swift Current, and so I was able to spend quite a bit of time with my grandfather and grandmother, and I never had any inkling that I guess he was the mover and the shaker that he was.
Plans are in the works to have the historic photo of the launch of Health Region Number 1 on display in the lobby of the Cypress Regional Hospital in Swift Current, along with other mementos of the former Swift Current Union Hospital. Universal Medicare was first launched in Swift Current on July 1st, 1946, making it the first of its kind in all of North America, and is now in place across Canada. Members of the Swift Current Senior Center are asking for your support to help keep their doors open. We find out how you can help in this report. The Senior Center has been a staple in downtown Swift Current since 1974, bringing together local seniors for a game of pool, cards, and overall socializing. Now, in recent years, membership has declined, and the center finds itself in a financial bind, trying to cover its monthly utility bills.
Our membership has dwindled. Last year, we only had 30-something, and it used to be full. And we had potluck suppers, we play cards, we play shuffleboard, we play all cribbage, all kinds of things. But nobody comes anymore. But they're seniors, and the new, like the high-rises, have got all of the same things we have here. So why would they come out?
In an effort to raise awareness of the center's desperate situation, board members recently invited several city councilors to attend an information meeting and to get the city's support for funding.
We're asking the city for $20,000 as a one-time grant to kind of put some lipstick on the old place, fix up the lighting, make it presentable so that people that come here will rent this hall. We have to change the attitude and the thinking of the old ways. And the number one thing we had to do was drop the age, get some younger blood in here, people that are able to do more volunteering, people with new ideas, and also to increase the membership here.
A request for funding which these city councilors listened to closely.
Like, we already pick up the taxes for this building. We're already supporting the senior center in a fairly substantial way. And so what else we can do, I don't know. That'll be up to the council to decide, not me.
Certainly nobody wants to see the center closed, that's for sure. But is there other ways of providing the same service? That will all be discussed, yes.
And as the Senior Center rallies the community for financial support, its members hope the activities will continue for years to come.
Well, it's one place to go when we feel we want to get out and be with other people. And I like playing cards. It's a and shuffleboard.
I'm so crippled up. I had 3 major surgeries in the last 5 years, so it's been kind of rough. But no, I like the floor shuffleboard, I like the cards, I like the bank shuffle, just to get out.
In addition to requesting financial support of $20,000 from the City of Swift Current, a GoFundMe campaign is already underway online with a goal of raising $10,000. Further inquiries on helping out the Senior Citizens Activity Center can be directed to their office in downtown Swift Current.
This is a great example of the health region, the Cypress Health region, and the Ministry of Health working to put the patient first.
The 78th Annual Frontier Days in Swift Current was another success. We bring you some of the highlights in this feature. The 78th Annual Frontier Days was another success in Swift Current, spanning 4 days and offering a range of entertainment and attractions for all ages. One of the big highlights of Frontier Days each year is the parade. And this year, the parade took place on Canada Day, with over 100 floats and other entries attracting large crowds along the route throughout the city. Crowds lined the streets enjoying a view of the parade while stocking up on candy. Attractions such as the CCA Rodeo brought in crowds to the grandstand daily for a taste of Southwest history, which included the traditional bear bronc, bull riding, and barrel racing events. A new attraction this year at Frontier Days was the West Coast Lumberjack Show. This entertaining act gave an insight into the life of a lumberjack, with traditional demonstrations of axe throwing, log rolling, and tree sawing. Matthew Spink is originally from Reading, England, and after living in Canada for 10 years, he's excited to be a part of the Lumberjack Show, with one event at the top of his list.
Definitely the tree climbing. It's just such an adrenaline rush. Just entertaining them, making them laugh. It's always nice to see people smiling.
Spink and his fellow crew members perform 70 shows per year in Canada and into the U.S., with new recruits always coming on board.
Most of the guys that are in the show started on either the collegiate lumberjack circuit, there's actually a college circuit on the East Coast, or on the professional circuit. There's a circuit on BC and one on the East Coast as well. So a lot of them get their experience that way, and then we just bring them into the show.
And with another successful Frontier Days on the books, the Swift Current Ag and X Association is already planning for next year to make the event bigger and better, to continually draw in the crowds from across the Southwest and beyond.
We are one of the few fairs that have livestock, all the equine events. We have ranch horse, cutting horse all happening. And then we have the Midway and the rodeo and Dogstown. Like, there's not many fairs anymore that have all of that as part of a weekend.
Frontier Days is hosted each year by the Swift Current Ag and X Association during the last weekend of June.
We know in the work we do with BirdLife that unless you consult local people, unless you work with them, you will fail.
Well, this brings to a close another episode of Southwest TV News, reporting the stories that matter to you. We always welcome your news tips. You can always reach us here by phone at our studio or by email to contact us at southwesttvnews.com. Also, be sure to join us daily online for the latest news from across Southwest Saskatchewan and so much more at MyLocalTV.ca. And be sure to follow us on a range of social media. Thanks for joining us here today. I'm Carol Andrews.